activity, we'll be using the Build a Bee activity guide found in the Pollination Station folder.
Welcome back to Pollination Station. Let's start our Build a Bee activity. In this activity, we are going to be using the guide attached to this video and creativity to create the perfect bee. Bees are specially adapted for pollination, so when we're making our bee, we want to make sure that we are thinking how that bee is going to use that adaptation when it visits flowers. So let's grab our guide and let's answer the questions in the top section, the matching section, before we continue. Okay, have you answered the questions? Let's look. Great job! So, in front of me today, I have lots of cool supplies to use in the Create a Bee. You can also use anything that you want to use and be creative.
We have pom-poms, sequins, glue, toothpicks, and beads. A lot of different colored clays. Also a bunch of tissue paper. And then pipe cleaners, stickers, and popsicle sticks.
So the first thing in our bee is we have to build the body. And we want to be thinking about the color of the bee. So for my bee, I have some clay here, and I think I'm going to use this bright green clay, like our sweat bees. So I'm going to mold this clay into the shape of a bee, and bees have 3 body parts. Great job! So next, we're going to want to be thinking about the gender, because female bees have a stinger, but males don't. And I want mine to be a female. So I'm going to add a stinger. And I'm going to use a toothpick. Cool. And I want my bee to be able to sense its environment. And to do that, it needs antennae. So I'm going to use these pipe cleaners and scissors, always using parental supervision, to cut an antenna for my bee. I'm going to bend it like the bee's antenna, and I'm going to insert it into the bee's head. You know, my bee, it's only green, and I want it to have lots of color. So I'm going to add this wonderful shiny sequence to add some color to my bee. Look at that, I added some green and some yellow. I know what it's missing, eyes. Bees need eyes to be able to see the flowers to pollinate. What can I use? Oh, I have some eye stickers here. I think I'll add a couple to the bee's head. You could also use small beads, even these pom-poms. Now my bee's looking pretty good. So I want to add legs so that my bee can walk around on the flowers and use them as sensors. I think I'll use toothpicks again. Here we go, the most important part of the bee, its wings. A bee won't be able to go flower to flower if it doesn't have wings. I'm going to use this tissue paper to add it to my bee. Now, bees have 2 sets of wings, not like flies who only have 1. So I'm going to use 2 layers of the tissue to make my wings. And here's my final bee. Now my bee is ready to buzz from flower to flower and pollinate.